Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's third and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is caught, Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the third and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Watkins, the intended receiver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at the 20. To throw, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Wentz now on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Wentz got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Elliott good with a PAT. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards, the final tally.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing on first is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4 Tokyo. General West. Alert 3. Smooth. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Catch it. Catch it. Do.
Delay of game, offense.
And partner, in all of our talks with head coaches, they talk about having multiple 2-point plays ready in today's NFL. They may have to go to an alternate one now after that penalty.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Now, Wentz again. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
I don't need to
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And that's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And this is caught by Watkins. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
53, Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. Spinning past him. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Wins. And that's complete to Jeffrey. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Into the red zone. Wins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of a group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Wentz to throw again. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now here's Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A gain of 37.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
This one taken from the 7. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question is, there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Here's Wentz to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To throw is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pick up there of 20 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Wentz to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
They're running it. 15.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mahomes now on first down. This is caught by Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. He won't go down. And now the rookie's free. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Started to look like maybe third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. That's complete to Sterling. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation.
He's got a man, complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right.
That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.